with you. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. There is no question that Dallas's Luka Doncic.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Jokic against Porzingis. Jokic passes to Gordon. Outside for Murray. 4 on the shot clock. Nice D from Doncic. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Finney-Smith passes to Hardaway. Now Doncic. Eldors, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
The Nuggets now on offense. 4-point game. Murray outside. The kick out to Barton. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Doncic looking it over. The pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. That's tipped and stolen by Gordon. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the jets in the open floor.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Porzingis with the steal, and they're running. Here's Finney-Smith. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down.
Pass to Porter. Back to Murray. It's stolen. To the paint. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Porzingis.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Murray outside. Jokic high post. Shoots over Doncic. Off the left rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Down low. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Barton outside. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dishes it to Gordon. Yes, that goes in.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Jermichael Green comes in for Porter. Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Here's Morris. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Richardson the pass to Melly. Over Rivers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Dallas shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He's perfect from the line this time. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 5. From deep. Green kicks to Morris. Rivers passes to Green. Morris outside. Back to Green. Goes back up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Dallas. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
The Nuggets trail by 5. They've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Melly in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. They kick it out to Green. McGee trying to break free. That doesn't go either for Green. So it's the Mavericks now. Over in the corner, Doncic. Rebounded by McGee. To the inside. And it's McGee with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Back to Doncic. Shoots from the corner. Richardson, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It doesn't go for him. Doncic passes to Powell. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Out to Morris. Back to Rivers. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Brunson. Count that one. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. Passes to McGee. Tries again. Green breaking loose. McGee's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Three-pointer, Barton. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Barton. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Another shot, and that one hits back iron. Mavericks leading by 9, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Denver with a change here, too. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Count it, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over Porter. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 7. Barton passes to Porter.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level of Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
The Nuggets shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Good on both. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Brunson. Back to Porzingis. To the left wing. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Clock is at 3. Tries from 10. Got a hand on it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... And that's a...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here are the Nuggets now. It's a 5-point game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4. Mavericks leading by 5. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Hardaway with a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got 6.
You know, when Porzingis is coming off as the cutter in a pick and roll, his desire is to score and finish the play.
Murray outside. 20 feet out. The kick out to Barton. Back to Jokic. Makes it off the glass. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Porzingis with the ball, outguarded by Murray. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. Richardson dishes to Doncic. That shot missing. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 3.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Jokic, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Cauley-Stein passes to Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Morris kicks to Millsap. Back to Morris. They kick it out to Green. Lock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Murray's checked in for Austin Rivers. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Millsap down low. Guarded by Porzingis. Millsap passes to Morris. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Millsap has the open look. And another miss by Denver. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Murray is so skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting to the charity stripe.
And he can't get the first one. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Barton's checked in for the Nuggets. Mavericks leading by 4. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. On the Mavericks with some changes, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Richardson, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Denver, JaVale McGee's checked in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Green in for Barton. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Kleber. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Doncic.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one. Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Finney-Smith, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green dishes to Morris, and that one drops.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Doncic. Gets the bucket and the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Bull in for Paul Millsap. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Bull. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 5.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Murray against Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Bol.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Dallas. And Murray. Here we go. A steal. Barton against Brunson. Stolen by McGee. Now here's Barton. He's covered closely. McGee, the pass to Barton. And he banks in the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Pass to Porzingis. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 7. Barton outside. Lets it go from deep. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Bol. Porter comes in for JaVale McGee. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Porzingis with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Nuggets trail by 9. Porter passes to Gordon. And it's good for 2. And that's now 7 points for Aaron Gordon.
Listen, we know Aaron Gordon is a high-activity player, and if you give him daylight, he's ready to shoot it.
Brunson against Morris. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. Good defense by Jokic. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Hardaway passes to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target with his 3. Barton outside to the middle. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
The pass to Cleveland. Plenty of space. And misses it off the right side of the rim. So it's Denver now. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Back to Brunson. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. And nothing is falling for him right now. Denver calls timeout. They trail by 1. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game. Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
No, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
And so Mike Malone calls a timeout. Guys, what's your take?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
On the inbound, no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Will Barton. Michael Porter's out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. And it's McGee in at center. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Jackson. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Leonard. Outside Jackson. Right side Leonard. Left side Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he comes up with the deuce.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka efficient inside.
Murray with the bounce pass. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Out guarded by Barton.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Now here's Murray. Outside Porter. Pass to Barton. Inside. McGee, the pass to Barton. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now, here is Morris. From deep, George. Rebounded by McGee.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Jackson against Murray. Back to Jackson. George passes to Morris. Outside for George. Shoots over Barton. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Jackson against Murray. Here's Jokic. McGee trying to break free. And it's Jokic missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
So both teams changing it up here. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. Outside Leonard. Outside for Rondo. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
There's the pass to Mann. Down low, Zubac. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Porter kicks to Jokic. Launches it. A shot off that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. He lobs it up.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Morris looking over the floor. Green left side. Morris passes to Jokic. Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Leonard. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Passes it to Jokic. Murray outside. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Leonard with the steal. Kennard against Morris. Here's Mann. Here's Kennard. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Locked down. Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this, you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Ibaka finds George. No good on the 3. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Barton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for Will Barton.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And here's George for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Outside, George. Ibaka looking for an opening. Back to George. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
For Denver, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach Doc, making an impact in his league with his overall play.
Outside, George. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Ibaka with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. That doesn't go either for George.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Porter's checked in. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George against Rivers. George passes to Morris. Outside for George. Over Rivers. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And finished off by Rivers.
Maybe not a supreme athlete, Austin does attack the rim with some force and attitude.
Murray against Jackson. Outside, George. Out to Ibaka. All sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
George passes to Jackson. And there's the feed to Ibaka. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Porter. Finished off the break. Porter's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And there's the pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
And from that mid-range area, Serge gotten pretty reliable.
Murray against Jackson. Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got his first 2 points.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Austin Rivers with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I guess you could say his performance transcends the stat sheet.
Well, there are guys who worry about their numbers. He is not one of those guys, believe me.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter and at the small forward.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot. Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A terrific ball thief. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Jackson against Murray. Pass to Jokic over Morris. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Murray. George against Barton.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard kicks to George. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris against Jackson. Now here's Green. Defense right on him. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Morris, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 5. Passes it to Mann. 1:49 left to play in the third. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. Here's man. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 5. And the turnover again by Denver. .132 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. And here is Patterson, guarded by Green. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Back to Patterson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You have to like the way Patterson can bait defenders into a foul. Very crafty.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Patterson drops them both. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Campazzo, defended by Beverly. Out to Morris. The pass to Bull. Denver calls timeout.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Green finds Morris. 4 on the clock. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
So the wing on the left. Patterson passes to Beverly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Bull.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Murray against Kennard. And stolen by Patterson. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Murray, the pass to McGee. Shooting foul. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Rajon Rondo. Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's man in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to man. At the elbow, Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Murray against Kennard. Right side, Rondo. To the inside. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Serge Ibaka.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Murray against Kennard. Murray, the pass to McGee. Dishes it to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Porter against Leonard. Back to George. Passes it to Leonard. He feeds it to Ibaka. With the second effort, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Down low, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Murray against George. Porter kicks to Jokic. Back to Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
On the wing, George for the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Murray dishes to Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Porter. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Jackson against Murray. On the wing, Morris. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Releases. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
Here's Murray up on top, defended by George. Lets it go from 11. That one a little long.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot. Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
George finds Jackson. Here is Ibaka, guarded by McGee. Inside, George. Money!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Murray surveying the D. Now the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. A 3-ball. Good work defensively by Morris.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings. And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
It's in!
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Jackson, outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
welcome to a very special edition of NBA 2K TV from Summer League in Las Vegas. We have a very fun episode coming up for you, including highlights from Summer.
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Jackson in at the point. Now, here's Doncic. Back to Kleber. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
The pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. And it's sent back by Morris. And he recovers it. The second chance effort. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Jackson has the open look. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Here's Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. They get it again. Porzingis on the follow.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for George. To the middle. Here's Morris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Passes it to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. George looking around. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Hardaway. Brunson with it. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, here is Morris. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubats. Morris trying to free himself up. No good from Zubats.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And it's Doncic missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game. And the technical free throw is good.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubats, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Powell, he's jacked in for Porzingis. Richardson, good.
The attacking mentality of Josh Richardson right now, proving once again how tough a cover he can be.
The pass to Morris. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Second chance shot, and Zubats puts it in.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Doncic to the inside. Powell, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rondo against Brunson. Offside Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Inside. Eight seconds left here in the first quarter. Passes it to Powell. Shoots over Zubats. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's Dallas up by 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
They've got Ivica Zubats. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in its small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Richardson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Not slowing Richardson down right now. Even when you rough him up, he's still finding ways to use his quickness and score the basketball.
The Mavericks leading. Down low. And the dunk by Powell.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, there's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Finney-Smith. Morris with the rebound.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Zubats in the post. Guarded by Powell. 5 on the clock. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here's Morris for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Hardaway. And the rejection by Ibaka. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Luka Doncic. He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson attacking. Porzingis laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Jackson against Richardson. Morris left side. Back to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Porzingis kicks to Richardson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Dallas moving it around. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Doncic outside. 1:07 left now here in the second. Richardson finds Doncic. 6 to shoot. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Over Leonard. Dallas again missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Now Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Takes a 3. He can't get that one. The Mavericks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Kennard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And here is Doncic. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Doncic. To the paint. Here's Richardson. Left side, Porzingis over Ibaka. Porzingis can't hit.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass.
A tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll be back right after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Pass to George. To the middle. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Ibaka's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. And there's the pass to Kleba. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And finished off by Leonard.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Passes to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Porzingis at the elbow. Looking to end the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, after the boos on draft night when he got to the league, you could immediately recognize the unique talents of Kristaps Porzingis, and he keeps trying to raise the bar for himself. An exciting young player for the league.
Melly is checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. George finds Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Leonard. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof.
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Luke Kennard in for George. And Dallas with a change here too. Richardson's checked in. The pass to Melly. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Kennard for 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Richardson. Count it.
Josh enjoying this and one opportunity. Good job finishing despite the defense knocking him around a bit.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Patterson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brunson against Beverley. Pass to Kennard. Here's Mann. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Brunson. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Now we're going to see a rotation now defensively of guys going at Porzingis because nobody can stop him. You're going to go small, you're going to go big. Either way, he's winning the battle.
Now here's Patterson. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Melly. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Doncic, and the basket is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Pass to Patterson. Pass to Mann. 5 to shoot. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. Brunson finds Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Brunson. The tray. And no good that time. That shot misses. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. And don't go away. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the 3. That's who's out there for the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Mavericks trail by 8. Hardaway with it. Kleber with the bucket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Jackson kicks to George. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. 6 on the shot clock. Morris finds Leonard. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Kleber. Again, the Mavericks score.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
The 3 from George. That shot no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. To the inside. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the fantastic end-to-end speed of Ibaka. So hard for opposing bigs to keep up with.
Kleber, the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside, George. Ibaka against Porzingis. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Kleber. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And so he hits both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Morris outside. Passes it to George. Mavericks with the rebound. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Leonard, and he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Doncic outside. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
On the wing, Morris. A little bit of defending. Here's George. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
From 13, that shot off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Really left alone that time. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Leonard stays with it. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Welcome. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Now here's Barton. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Doncic passes to Porzingis and stolen by Murray. And there's Porter on the assist by Gordon.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. We play just over a minute here in the first. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Murray. Takes the 3. Kleba with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
No good from Finney Smith. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Clock at 6. Passes it to Kleba. Hardaway against Barton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Murray surveying the D. They get it back, and Jokic throws it down.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Right side, Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Here's Hardaway. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
1:11 left to play in the first. Wide open look here for Murray. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 8. Out to Hardaway. From outside the arc. Jokic grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the basket by Gordon.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Count the basket.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
Pass to Gordon. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Deflects the pass and stolen by Barton. For the finish and finished off by Porter.
With the long arms that Barton has, he's an exceptional defender, and I think he does a nice job picking and choosing his spots to take chances.
Porzingis passes to Kleba. Back to Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Gordon, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Denver. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Denver.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Doncic, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Melly in at the power forward position.
Boy, Josh Richardson, really the kind of guy every team could use because he's got a well-balanced 3 and D game. He does a lot for his team, brings a lot of value to whoever he plays for.
Morris inside. Brunson covering. Low block shot on the way. McGee's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 10, and it's the Mavericks on the break, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Bowl, he's checked in for Jermichael Green.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Morris outside. There's the pass to Dozier. Brunson against Morris. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Dozier. And it's Melly with the rebound. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Here's Cauley-Stein and the dunk by Powell.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
McGee, the pass to Morris. I'm sure you've got a list. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust.
Oh!
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here, not settling for the jump shot.
Denver leading by 6. Morris looking over the floor. The dish to McGee. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. McGee, the pass to Jokic. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Jokic has got 6.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
McGee with the block. Gordon inside. Passes to Jokic. The 9-foot shot. And it's in off the backboard. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Rivers against Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from three-point range. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Will Barton comes in for Austin Rivers. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray outside. Here's the 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
If you're the defense, you've got to do better on Murray. I mean, even from way downtown, he's pretty accurate.
Outside Hardaway. Porter pulls it in. Here's Murray. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 11 points to end the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 12 points and that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Will Barton. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleba. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Gordon. Back to Porter. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Doncic.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
Murray for three. That one misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Out to Hardaway. Kept alive.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Back to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Jokic trying to free himself up. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No good from Finney-Smith.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Porter looking it over. Feeds it to Barton. One-on-one fast break. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Murray outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Kleba, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Dozier's checked in, and Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Dallas also making some changes. Nelly is checked in for Maxi Kleba, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway, no good. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good for the Nuggets. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Austin Rivers in for Michael Porter. Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 14. It's Richardson on the wing. Porzingis against McGee. Out to Doncic. The pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Morris outside. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. The Mavericks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Slammed in by Richardson.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Morris inside. Brunson covering. Here's Green. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 10-point game. Hardaway for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight. Morris outside. From deep 3-point range. Misses there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Denver on top. They're up. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Denver leading by 7. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Back to Doncic. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Murray, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the shot goes down.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Out to Morris. Back to Murray. And there's Green on the assist by Morris. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good on the putback.
Well, I tell you what, energy and activity from Hardaway Jr. there, showing you exactly what it takes to keep plays alive.
At the elbow, Green. He dishes it to Gordon, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
A different look for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Green, and it's Will Barton in for Monte Morris. Out to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway for three. Jokic with the steal. Pushing it up. And Murray finishes it off.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. And when the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Here's Doncic. Dallas again missing.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Here's Jokic, and Denver again with the bucket.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Here's Murray. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. And it's Gordon missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nuggets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched them all night long. No one. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Porzingis. It's good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And Morris drops them both. From deep, can't connect. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Here are the five for the Clippers. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the power forward position. Now here's Murray. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And it's Murray penetrating. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Porter. Clock at 4. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Outside Gordon. Back to Murray. And a missed layup. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Leonard the pass to George. Leonard dishes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here's Murray. To the wing right side. Jokic against Ibaka. Jokic passes to Murray. And that one is good. Murray's got his second bucket.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Here's George. Leonard with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Jackson from long range. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Well, just good fundamental basketball. You go hunt a body, make sure you box out. Good job.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. George dishes to Ibaka. Takes it out to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average number.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
On offense, here are the Nuggets. Pass to McGee. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, got a piece of it. And stolen by Barton. To the inside. And the rejection by Zubats. Out in his own on the break. Here's Mann. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here is Morris. By himself, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Morris kicks to Barton. And there's the pass to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Rondo passes to Zubats. Back to Rondo. Can't hit that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Kennard. Dishes to Morris. Misses from close range.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
At the end of one. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Gordon out there with Bull. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. That's the group on the floor for Denver. That one goes in. Kennard's got his second bucket tonight.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Inside. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Morris inside. And Bull pulls it down. Morris has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Only one man back on D. And the dunk by Bull.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Morris outside. Pass to Kennard. Rob. Right side, Gordon to the middle. Here's Bull. Up and in on the layup. Bull's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution. And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Right side, Rondo. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for Bull. And it's Jamal Murray in for Austin Rivers. Outside, George. Lobs it up for Ibaka. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
Pass to Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Ibaka right side. And stolen by Gordon. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Free throw good, Murray.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Count that one. Murray's got 10 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
6 to shoot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That one, no good. Excellent D there from George. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jackson is doubled, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Denver. The Nuggets on offense. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Murray dishes to go. Oh, the power on that Prudence.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. Gordon, no good on the free throw. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Jokic, top of the key. Out to Morris. It's Barton on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Denver needs to get off the shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Clippers trail by 13. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Gordon. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. Barton's got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score, or just great ball movement.
Leonard inside, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
Leonard hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And the turnover again by Denver. He got it up. The shot misses. And that does it for the first half of play. The Nuggets on. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. The second quarter was where... And that does it for our...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The finish, and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
The pass to Jokic. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin,
intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Jokic. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers trail by 11. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the slam dunk by McGee.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Outside Rondo. To the middle, stolen by McGee. And they're moving it up. Barton kicks to Jokic. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Ibaka. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Barton. The Clippers also making some changes. Man's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Rivers checked in. Clippers trail by 9. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Here's Man. Pass to Morris. McGee with the block. Here's Rivers, and finish off by Rivers.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porter, and he lays it straight in. Porter's got his second bucket of the night.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Back to Rondo. Down low, Ibaka. McGee with the block, and he's able to get it back. Morris right side. He feeds it to Bol, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bol's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Kennard against Morris. Feeds it to Morris. Rondo on top, trying to end the drought. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Murray in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Jokic. Basket counts. Jokic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now Zubac. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Out left to the wing. Missed inside. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets leading by 16. Murray outside. On the wing, Porter. To the inside. Here's Gordon over Morris. Here's Murray. Yep, that one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
I'll tell you, he is becoming a very dependable passer. I love how Aaron Gordon puts the team first above anything else.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 9 feet out. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
The shot by George, wide open. And the shot is long.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And it's Murray with the jam.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Outside for George. Murray against Jackson. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Murray surveying the D. The kick out to Porter. Lets it go from 14. Jokic, no good. Clippers trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Murray against Jackson. Murray, the pass to Jokic. That one goes. Count it. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
This guy has been shot making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And Porter, here we go. Tries again. Jokic, no good. To the paint, here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Murray for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And here's George for three. Denver grabs the miss. Barton, wide open, he fires. Misses the deep three-point attempt. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.
You've been playing 2K all your life. What most
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
Powerful move. Ibaka with the natural explosiveness to finish through contact.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Kleba. He feeds it to Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. The offensive rebound. No good. Shot missing. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They get the rebound. Jackson gets the bucket.
A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Porzingis passes to Kleba. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's George. Ibaka in the post. He's against Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Now the pass to Morris. Down low. And Ibaka slams it in.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Morris. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Doncic passes to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Passes it to Ibaka. To the middle. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now the Mavericks moving it up. The three-pointer, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Now here is Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Porzingis on the follow.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. Back to George. From the arc. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 6.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. The putback can't get the putback. Now here's Leonard. Guarded closely. George with no one around. They grab their own miss.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. And it's Melli in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Clippers leading by 15. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Flexing at the rack, Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Doncic dishes to Powell. Here's Brunson. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. Kennard against Richardson. Nobody near Leonard. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. Here's Doncic. Sweet little floater.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Rondo bounce pass. Here's Zubac. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Nicolo Melli. On defense, Dallas down by 15. Right side, Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Powell kicks to Richardson. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And the pass to Mann. And Cauley-Stein over to help. Leonard from deep three-point land. The Clippers get another chance here. Rondo passes to Zubac. There's the feed to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 8 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Inside, Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Morris, left side. Back to Jackson. In the corner, George with it. On the wing, Jackson. George passes to Ibaka. Mavericks trail by 14. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Richardson. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Stolen by George. Ball going up court, and Morris throws it down.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Dallas again turning it over.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Pass to Kennard. Morris outside. For three. Good on the three-point shot. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the one thing about Morris, it doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Out to Hardaway. The pass to Finney-Smith. Puts it up from 17. On the wing, Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And so... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by... And that'll do...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Morris, left side. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Ibaka finds George. To the middle. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 10. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounded like a future GM.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Mavericks trail by 18. Finney-Smith passes to Melly. Bucket is good. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Now the dish to Morris. Feeds to George. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 11 points for Paul George. George against Hardaway. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. It's intercepted. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first basket of the night.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Rondo passes to Zubac. And the shot goes in. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Passes to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Beverly. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. Beverly's got his first 3 points of the game.
Spacing the floor. This is what they need from Patrick Beverly on the offensive end.
Brunson, good. Clippers leading by 17. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Kennard finds Zubac, and the shot goes in. Zubac has got 6 points.
Great read from Kennard, showing a selfless attitude, getting it to his teammate.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith passes to Melly. Count it. Melly's got his second basket of the night.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside, George. George double teamed, and the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Melly. Luka Doncic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 5 on the clock, and here's George for 3. Kleba with the rebound. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Good on the shot. He's got 8.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
And so it's Los Angeles riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Everything's fallen into place, and we'll see if they can keep it going. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Doncic in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. 2 points, that one goes. And that's 13 points for George.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Richardson finds Brunson. No good with the triple. Clippers leading by 17. The pass to George. Now here's Leonard. Guarded by Doncic. Leonard dishes to George. No good on the triple. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Doncic from the arc. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Jackson from long range. Connects from three-point range.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Doncic looking it over. To stop the run. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Takes the 13-footer, and that one comes up a bit short.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Good. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. Outside Leonard. Ibaka outside. Dishes it to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Pass to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. Goes up on the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Outside Jackson. Morris right side. There's the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Hardaway finds Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. And with the rebound. Clippers leading by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Doncic with the steal. Kleba with it. Leonard picks him up. And here's Doncic from the arc. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And that one's good. Burke.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Beverly for 3. The Clippers keep it alive. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. The 3. The shot, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.